Goodenough College is a residence for international postgraduate students studying at all of London's academic institutions. And we add to their experience of the degree they get in London by enabling them to live together, to learn from each other in a spirit of true collegiality and respect for the views of others.
My great-grandfather, FC Goodenough, who was the first chairman of Barclays Bank, he was the most phenomenally well-known banker of his day. But the thing he will be remembered for is not being chairman of Barclays Bank, but in fact the legacy of Goodenough College.
Frederick Goodenough was an incredibly important person in the history of Barclays. He had no family history in banking at all, and yet he came in and he was company secretary of a limited company that had been formed by the amalgamation of 20 private family banks. I think that says a huge amount about how much he must have impressed the board and how strong a character he must have been. I think he was quite combative. He wanted to do something, he did it, he took on people. So when he established the International Bank in 1925, it was expressly against the wishes of the Bank of England. The idea of establishing something like Goodenough College fitted in well with his ideas that bankers had this wider responsibility to society. I'd like to show you this collection of speeches that FC Goodenough made. As you know, he travelled a lot.
He always believed that British business couldn't survive on Britain. So that's why he lectured around the world on why it was important in England to think about international business.
Frederick Goodenough was also influenced by the spirit of the 1920s. Never again should there be a world war. It was that sort of motivation which encouraged him to bring people together from all over the empire to learn from each other in a spirit of tolerance and understanding.
Really, the benefit that we have for our members is that they have somewhere which they feel is theirs, is a community of theirs. London can be a very lonely city if you're coming from overseas here to study, and you end up in this beautiful environment right in the heart of academic Bloomsbury, and at the same time to have the opportunity to live amongst some outstanding students from all over the world.
I'm the college's relationship director at Barclays, and I've been doing that for the past 8 years. Most recently, we helped the college with some extensive refurbishment of their estate. We provided a long-term loan that allowed for refurbishment of all of their accommodation and also an expansion of their accommodation as well. And we helped fund some things that were a bit more intangible, the heritage of the college and the things that make it very special.
So this is one of the rooms I'm most delighted with. You can see this wonderful crest that we've had re-gilded. I think we need to ensure that we maintain sound finances. I think we need to ensure that we have a sustainable estate, and I'm pleased to say we're well on the way to achieving both of those ambitions.
In many ways, people will say that their university experiences while they were in London were sort of like the day job, but living at Goodenough College was what really was the transformative experience.
You know, you're exposed to so many things, like the knowledge is just phenomenal.
I was able to experience things that you would have never been able to experience in all of London. I've made lifelong friends with people all across the world that live down the hall from me that I would have never been able to meet if it wasn't for Goodenough College.
And then on the welfare side, this place is just great. If I didn't live here, I wouldn't have finished the PhD if I had kids. Like, it's a community, it's not just a place to live.
To be associated with the college, it's rather humbling since I've got the same name. And I just hope that my son or future generations will keep the connection. It's about people, countries, getting on.
I think it's important that Barclays continue to support our ambitions. They've been loyal to us over many years. We've been loyal to them. I like loyalty, I think it's important, and I think together we can continue to ensure that this is a relevant and much respected institution for the benefit of future generations of postgraduate students in London.